everyone! As you probably know by now, I am a pretty big fan of Christmas. So this week I was thinking of making a video about my favourite Christmassy things, but then I thought, where's the challenge in that? And we all know I love a challenge. So instead, this week I am going to try to think of things that I don't like about Christmas. Can I convince myself to become the Grinch just for one video? Hate, double hate, loathe entirely! Now this is where a lot of people's go-to thing that they don't like about Christmas would be sprouts. But, yeah, you guessed it, I love sprouts. Like seriously, I really love sprouts. So what don't I like about Christmas? Well, I guess one of the major things, in fact probably the major thing I don't like about Christmas, is the fact that I am always broke this time of year, which really does kind of suck. Come on, be just a few pennies in here. Just... Come on. Well, I can't buy presents with an SD card. I'm not in the best paid day job. I'm not a particularly rich person. I mean, I'm 36 and live with my parents. Come on. We all know I'm not wealthy. So when it gets to this time of year and I have loads of Christmas presents I want to buy people, because despite the fact that I have no money, I'm also really stupidly the kind of person who goes, I want to spend all my money on other people, because I really like spoiling people and I'm not very good at making handmade gifts. Oh, me and craft. I'm just not good at it. So even though I really do consider myself to be quite good at bargain hunting and buying on a budget, I still end up spending quite a lot of money on presents this time of year, and then you get the fact that your workplace has a Christmas meal and any organisations you belong to have a Christmas meal, so that's stuff you've got to pay for. Then there's drinks while you're at those events, and this is the time of year where you buy things for people and then have to message them and be, hey, I've not seen you in a while, let's get together, and inevitably that turns into let's go out for lunch, or let's go out for dinner, or let's go out for drinks, and all of this. Another thing I'm not very fond of about Christmas is something that I have been guilty of in the past, and something that lots of people do with no malice intended, so please don't send me hate. I'm very, very sensitive. So I'm not going to be slagging anyone off here, I'm just going to say it's something I'm not fond of, and that is haul photos on social media. Just look at all my presents! Like I said, they are often done with absolutely no sense of showing off or malice intended whatsoever. I used to do it. Every year we have Santa sacks with all our presents in, and I used to come into my bedroom and tip them onto the bed and take a photo, put it on Facebook and be like, look at my haul this year, wow! And it was never like, look what I got, people who got less, or anything like that. But one year I remember reading online about this woman who was like, I buy each of my children 100 presents each. And her lounge was just covered in presents, and she was like, this is what Christmas is about, buying my children loads and loads of stuff they don't need. And it really wound me up, because I just started thinking about people who can't afford to do that for their kids, and people who can't afford to do that for their loved one's child or adult. Wow, my adult size really is based on me, i.e. not much bigger than a kid. But yeah, I read that and just thought, no, Christmas isn't about all the materialistic stuff. It's not about everything you get. It's about being with the people who give you those presents in the first place. So I stopped doing it, and I'm not a massive fan of haul photos on social media anymore. Like I said, I'm not having a go at anybody who does it, and I think there's a huge difference between going, look at this massive pile of gifts I have, and posting a picture of one or two special things that you got that you really are hugely excited to show off. I have no issue with that whatsoever. It's just the masses of gifts, look I got everything thing that just doesn't sit right with me personally anymore. But like I said, there is a huge difference between the haul photo and going, oh my god, look at this one special thing that someone gave me. I love it so much. It's so special to me, especially if it's something sentimental or handmade. That is a completely different situation. And I'm very likely to do that this year, so. Another thing I'm really not keen on is ungrateful gift recipients. What the hell is this? I'm not gonna lie, I'm a very sensitive person. If you've watched this channel for a while, you probably know this about me already. And not only do I feel things and take things quite personally, but I also put a lot of thought into how other people feel. And I try to make people happy. So I put a lot of thought into what I buy people for Christmas. And if you give someone a present and you've really put a lot of consideration into it, and they open it and they're like, or they're rude or dismissive about it, I'm gonna be honest with you, it hurts my feelings. Ugh, it really bugs me when people get a gift, not just from me, but from anyone, and they're just like, what is this? This isn't what I wanted. I can illustrate this point with a story from 3 years ago when I used to hang out with this group of girls who I loved very much, and I decided that I was going to make them all a personalised hamper of gifts for Christmas. And I wrapped the hamper in a ribbon of their favourite colour, all 4 of them, different colours to separate them. And I put a lot of effort into filling the hampers with presents that were linked to them and their interests, and so that each hamper was really individual. And when I took all 4 of these hampers to meet up with said girls, the person who was supposed to be my best friend took one look at them and went, oh for God's sake, Emma! I don't know whether she thought I'd gone over the top, or she thought maybe I was trying to be braggy, like, look, I've done this amazing thing for you all, but that's not what I'm about, and if she'd known me, she would have known that. We're not friends anymore, and I am a better person for it. I'm really struggling to think of things I don't like about Christmas because I love it so much, but one of the only other things that really bugs me is the Christmas TV schedule. Oh my god, no! I am not watching Mrs. Brown's Boys. Every year I'm like, ooh, what's going to be shown on Christmas Day? And every year it's repeats of things that have already been on. Or it's something really painfully unfunny, like Mrs. Brown's Boys. If you're a fan, I'm sorry. It's appalling and I'm glad it's ended. But yeah, the Mrs. Brown's Boys thing does play into this weird habit the TV channels have of finding a show that's rubbish all year round and still deciding we'll make a Christmas special in case it's randomly funny in December. And it's usually not. And then there are the soaps. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I watch Coronation Street fairly religiously. I also watch Emmerdale when I have the time, and under duress I'll watch EastEnders, although I'm not a big fan. But Christmas seems to be the time when the major soaps compete with each other to see how depressing they can be. I mean, I'm sorry, when I'm full of Christmas dinner and I'm trying to digest all that lovely food, and all those sprouts. Oh, the sprouts. And I'm probably merry, having started drinking at around 10 in the morning. Shut up and don't judge me, it's Christmas. It's not what I want to be sat on the sofa and be confronted with death and divorce. Please be cheery, just once. Just once. Please be cheerful at Christmas. Look, this video has been a struggle, okay? There's very little I don't like about Christmas. I love going out and buying presents. I made a whole video about my obsession with Christmas shopping last year. I love having all my family around me. I love getting a chance to spend time with my friends and spoil them. It's just my favourite time of year and I have no shame, okay? What are your festive bugbears? Let me know down in the comments. And if you're someone who hates everything about Christmas, I'm sorry, I'm probably just going to tell you how great it is and try and pull you over to my side. Look forward to that. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to give it a festive thumbs up. I will be back next week with another video, but in the meantime, you can watch last week's over here, and you can click on my floaty head if you would like to subscribe. I'm off to think of all the things about Christmas that I do like. Bye!